Today is going to be different because I want to share my story with you. A story I have kept hidden because I was too ashamed, embarrassed, and too numb to even speak the words out loud. At 58 years old, when most people think it's time to slow down, life handed me a storm. I never saw it coming. I was set. I had enough money to retire. I had a great income. And my life and my future looked bright. I could travel the world and do anything I like. And in one day, all of a sudden, that changed. I was betrayed. I was broke. I was humiliated. And I sat there thinking, is this it? Is this how my story ends? But what I discovered really truly changed my life. And in some ways, I think maybe God put that problem there to show me the way. But what I discovered changed my life forever. And by sharing my story, maybe, just maybe, it can change yours too. Because your pain is not your prison. It's your fuel. That's what I discovered. Every problem is a gift. Every problem is an experience. And without problems and experiences, we would not grow and we would not learn. We have to look at every experience as a stepping stone to something greater. I want to show you how to turn your deepest pain into your unstoppable power, even after 60 years old, or however old you are. In today's video, I want to share with you 3 transformational stages that helped me go from devastated to be determined to be absolutely unstoppable. My hope is that by the end of this video, you will not only believe it's possible for yourself also, you'll feel it in your bones. You'll know that it can happen for you too. So first of all, we need to face it to free it. The first step is not to hide from our pain. It's to face it, to own it, because you cannot heal what you refuse to feel. I kept this hidden for 3 years and I was paralyzed, unable to act, unable to think straight or to work. I was just completely lost. I was just going through the motions like a robot with no plan, no goal, no feeling, just motions, emptiness, and numbness. I lost my job because of all this. I lost my dignity and my self-worth. And when I found myself sitting in my car, holding an empty bank statement and federal court papers in my hands, yes, you heard that right, federal court papers in my hand, I felt ashamed, powerless, and truly devastated to my core. What was I to do now? How did I find myself in this situation? How did I, a strong, intelligent woman who had raised 3 kids on her own, who had lived in 2 continents, who ran a business, could let this happen? I was just floored. How did I find myself in this situation? Well, when you're at a certain age, I guess, and you feel vulnerable and you feel like you're getting older and somebody comes into your life and they are charming and they are well-spoken and they are intelligent and you think that this is the one, you kind of just let go. You let go and you give yourself over to those feelings and you just allow yourself to be taken in. After this happened, I truly distanced myself from my friends. I barely spoke to anyone. I started watching YouTube to see what I could do, if anything, in this situation to try to get myself back on track, to try to pick myself up, to try to make myself feel better if there was anyone out there that this had happened to. The more I watched, the more I wanted to start my own channel, to be able to help somebody in the same situation in me, because I knew I wasn't the only one out there. It took me 3 years to hit that record button. But you know what? Here I am. I finally did it. And I feel as though YouTube truly saved my sanity. It is a platform where I can express myself and share my story and help others. And you can do the same if that's what you want. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there with this same situation. And also to share what I have learned on YouTube to grow and to build an income where you don't have to depend on others for your future. You don't have to depend on that job. And even at 60, I feel I have at least another 20 good productive years left, God willing. And do you know how much we can accomplish in 20 years? Right now, you may feel devastated. You may feel like it's the end of the world, but it's not. You will overcome this. And in 20 years, you can accomplish so much. My goal is to make my kids proud of me. Not that they are not. They have always supported me. I want to prove to them, and mostly to myself, I have to be honest, that I can rise from the ashes and come out of Phoenix. And I am the mother that they know is so strong and there for them. Here is what I have learned. You are not responsible for the betrayal, but you are responsible for the healing. Don't give up on yourself and do nothing. Only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. Your past is not your identity. It's your classroom. It's your stepping stone. It's your learning experience. And at 60, you have something far more valuable than youth. You have perspective. You have experience, and you have hindsight, which, as we all know, is 20/20. One of my very favorite authors and motivational speakers, Tony Robbins, says, "The past does not equal the future unless you live there." And I refuse to live there anymore. I spent 3 years living there, and I don't want to live there anymore. I've been there too long, and I'm finally coming out of the fog. Let's kind of put this in perspective. Maybe you spent 30 years putting others first. Maybe you trusted someone who betrayed you financially or emotionally, like I did. That pain sharpens you. You now have negotiables. You know what you won't tolerate. You see the red flags that others miss. So I want you to answer these 3 questions right now. What did my pain teach me? What boundaries will I now honor? Who am I becoming because of this? This is not the end. This is your second act, your chapter 2. And that's what I named this channel, chapter 2. Because this is my chapter 2 also. The greatest lie that we've been sold on is that reinvention belongs to the young. Wrong. Reinvention belongs to the willing. And if you are willing to do something, you can. Think about that for a minute. Whatever we set our minds to do, we can do. So here's a simple formula I followed. What is reinvention? It's time left times consistent action. That's reinvention. If you are 62, you likely have 20 vibrant years ahead of you. Now ask yourself, what would happen if you took one courageous action every single day? 20 years is 7,300 days. What would that be? What if you learn a new skill? What if you start a new business? What if you begin writing that book you've always wanted to write? What if you start your YouTube channel to share your story with the world and finally tell your story? And when you tell your story, that's when you will start to heal. As Les Brown famously said, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. You know, when I started this YouTube channel, I knew nothing about cameras or editing, but I knew my story mattered. I knew that I had to tell someone because I could help someone out there just like me. I began slowly, one day at a time, one step at a time, and I'm still at the beginning of this journey, but I have made great progress from that day one. So now it's your turn to begin. Your story matters. Share it with the world. Share it for your sanity. Share it to help someone. Life after 60 isn't about settling. It's about stepping fully into your power finally. Your scars, they're not signs of weakness. They're symbols of survival. It's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Today can be that moment for you. Be released from that prison and live free. Free to build the life you have always wanted. If this message spoke to you even a little bit, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel. Share your I'm ready moment in the comments below. And if you're ready to turn your pain into your power, type I'm ready to rebuild. And let's rise together out of the ashes, one day at a time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.